Okay, recording a video. Response to Hannibal the Cannibal Barca 13. And so he's going by this other channel, Hannibal the Victor 13 now. I don't really recommend checking it out, so I don't even know why I mentioned that. Just a kind of a formality. Anyway, made a shitty, like, kind of a text. I think it's a text. No, not a text video. It's just an audio. He just made an audio recording, which is fine, I guess, better than your text trolling. But if this is going to be a bunch of insults, then I'm just going to keep pushing forward till I actually get anything. And so the icon, as you can see, and I'll just flash the fucking image. Damn. There you go. It's Gary, and they did the stupid photoshopping of his shit, and that's very dishonest. So, so how would Hannibal be okay if I made him in with Nazi imagery in the background, and I drew a fucking Hitler mustache on him, and then I went ahead and sent that to his employer? Oh, not that he even has an employer. He claims that he's some sort of fucking scientist, but that's just a fucking lie. It's a lie. It's an abject, bald-faced lie. So fuck Hannibal the Cannibal. He has absolutely zero credibility. He's a liar, a despicable liar. And after this, I'll probably be going through some of the comments. So, well, let's just first things first, I guess, listen to the video.
Mad King Amendum has gotten himself into a bit of a tuss, if you will, with cardinal virtues, of which we, well, at least anybody paying attention, Gary is.
Of which we what? Of we're butt buddies and we fuck each other in the ass in the hate club. You know, with you do some sort of cyber sex. You know, every day you guys can motherfucking go to this bullshit website or something, this discussion forum, meet every day to talk shit about people, and you're saying that, and you're criticizing others. I don't think you have any credibility whatsoever. As I said, this is a person who goes to a website every single day to talk shit about other people on the fucking internet. And he does so with a bunch of other insecure, insignificant fucking weasels. So he has zero credibility. He's also committing, you know, what I interpret to be slander. And yeah, so he's inviting quite a bit of trouble. And you know, if Gary had more money, then he'd probably sue your ass as well. Unfortunately, that's, you know, we'll have to leave it up to him, because it's not my image. But don't get into that shit. You hear? Alright, moving on.
Got his ass handed to him, but that's
Got his ass handed to him. Okay, so as I wrote in the comments, you're cool. You think he lost, and carnival virtues can't even address the argument that the government shouldn't, you know, that the government shouldn't apply a scrutiny test when it comes to discriminatory taxation of a minority vice. That's the issue at hand, and the proportionality of cigarette taxes and how it's, you know, fucking exploiting people. You know, lottery is also up there, and we talked, you know, you're gonna, I mean, it was just, it wasn't, you know, for the reasons I've already explained in the last several videos, he did not win any fucking argument. He just kind of, you know, did like some little trolly dance where he fucking replied to these obscure side points and didn't even address the real argument. And then even when given the opportunity to address the argument in the video and in a text comment that I recently wrote and that he responded to, which I'll be responding back in video form, he still won't respond to why why it's okay to not use a scrutiny test when you're evaluating discrimination against a minority vice through taxation. So he hasn't won the argument, so stop playing like he has, you fucking retard, weasel. You only think he won the argument because what? You know, you like him, and other people are his sycophants are all coming out of the woodwork or something. Well, if you'd even bothered to watch the video, which I'm sure is just way past you, right? I mean, you probably talk shit on the internet all day, but you don't even actually watch probably any of Gary's video. You're just spouting off about your stupid bullshit, and it's completely meaningless, completely vacuous, and yeah, go to hell. So this is retarded. I hope that there's some. I mean, if this is really gonna be 15 minutes of just ad hom bullshit, I'm trying to get to the issue about the cigarette taxes.
Pretty typical for Gary. He's constantly
Fuck you.
Arguments that he has no idea what he's talking about.
Fuck you.
He certainly can't win, especially this one.
Fuck
now,
you.
Since Cardinal Virtue's already sort of covered the civics end of this and the law and legality and jurisprudence end of this, I'm just going to cover something a little different from a little different angle, and has to do with what you're talking about in regards to smoking. Now, I, like Cardinal Virtues, wouldn't give a shit if you taxed meat. It really doesn't bother me one way or the other. There's a qualitative difference here, Gary, that you don't seem to understand, and that is that for us, it's just food. I don't stop at McDonald's to get a hamburger and a small Diet Coke just because I like McDonald's. I do it because it only costs me $1.69. It doesn't...
Wow. So, what the fuck are you trying to prove here? Do you realize that you could have gotten a bag of potatoes for like 50 cents and then made that shit really quick, and you'd probably be more full than if you ate that stupid little cow burger? And second of all, yes, that's exactly it. You look at it as just food, but it's really not, because it not only is it itself a public health hazard, and so by all means continue to eat those burgers. I wish you just don't stop eating burgers. As a matter of fact, eat 3 burgers a day for the rest of your short life, and polish it off with all of that corn syrup Diet Coke you fucking can. And yeah, we'll see who ends up with the last laugh, my friend. And you're already, what, 350 pounds to begin with? Oh, now you're going to make a video saying, no, it's not 350 pounds, it's 349. Haha, you misstated a fact, and therefore I win, because that's just like you and your ilk to do that kind of shit, isn't it? Oh, mercy. And okay, so you think of it as just food, but I see so you can't look past like just the the artificial fucking GMO bread and the stupid hormone injected burgers and the limp what could be once called vegetables on this disgusting contraption here that you call food. And you're glorifying that, and you're saying it's just food. Well, it's not just food, because an animal died for that. Obviously, you don't care, because you don't care about the suffering. But most people with real human emotions actually think, hey, you know what? Wouldn't it be great if the animals didn't have to suffer and die in this manner, and that I'd be much more satisfied and much more cheaply if I worked in an office building or something. Hey, maybe I'll pack a lunch, a fucking grilled cheese sandwich, all right, or some shit, whatever, so anything, it's gonna cost you less, and you won't be contributing, fucking as much to the exploitation, I guess, with the cheese. Well, maybe a tomato and cucumber sandwich. Or some shit. Yeah, if you just brought that and then maybe you ate a couple potatoes and onions, well, maybe, yeah, you might actually, like, drop a few pounds in the process. You'd probably reduce your overall intake of fucking absolute toxins and a whole bunch of other things. So it's really not just food. There is no such thing as just food. Okay? Every time you put something into your mouth, it's a deliberate choice, okay? You're making the deliberate choice of fucking convenience. and you're overlooking the exploitation. So if that's your gig, then fine, eat all the fucking hamburgers you want. I can't fucking stop you. So stupid.
Really bother us all that much if somehow, some way, somebody were to put a tax on it or on alcohol or anything like
Well,
that.
I'm just saying, if there were a tax, it should be proportional, and if anything, it should be taxed much higher than cigarettes, because it's actually a public health hazard, and it's also, feeding into this meat fucking industrial agriculture system that you seem to love. You love the corporate dick in your ass, and you like being fed toxins. So, well, okay, that's good enough for now. We'll pick it up later.